Hello, my name is David Charles Rowan. I'm an astrologer, and this short video is to give you a viewing guide of how to see the great conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn that's taking place today. In this astrological representation, the wheel represents the celestial sphere, and on the left-hand side, the white arrow represents the eastern horizon, the point at which the sun and other celestial objects appear to rise from the viewpoint of being on the Earth. And therefore, opposite that point, over here, we have the western horizon, the part of the horizon where we see objects setting. So you might have seen a sunrise, that would have been over here, and you might have seen a sunset, and that would have been over here. And as the sun passes through the day, obviously you can see it arc through the sky. And all of the planets do the same, though of course in daylight we can't see them. And that's kind of the point of doing this for you. But first to the conjunction itself. This happens every 20 years. And today Saturn is at 0 degrees Aquarius in the tropical zodiac. And Jupiter is also at 0 degrees Aquarius in the tropical zodiac. And they are so close together that they are only 1 minute apart. The last time it was this close, they were at exactly the same minute of difference, and that was in 1623. And what I mean by being close together is this. Now, obviously, these two objects are millions of miles apart from one another. But if you take it that where you're looking from is the viewpoint of observation, if there's a slow-moving planet like this, kind of orbiting the sun, so it appears to be, going around us from where we are, and then there's a smaller, more swiftly moving planet that is closer to the sun, therefore its orbit time is faster. There are points where it catches up, and where it kind of catches up and overtakes it on the inside, they look as if they're occupying the same portion of the sky. And that's exactly what's happening today. Now, the thing is, how to see this? There's something that I need to explain so that you can know when to find it, and that is this object. This is the symbol that represents the sun, and it's visible. The conjunction is visible just about an hour after sunset. So as soon as the sun sets, the next hour following, you'll be able to see Jupiter and Saturn kind of emerge out of the blueness of the twilight. And the reason for that is that when the sun is above the horizon, so this is an hour earlier, this is UK timing, so this is at 3 p.m. or just after 3 p.m. this afternoon. And at just after 3 p.m. this afternoon, because the sun hasn't yet set, it's very bright, and the brilliance of the sun is brighter than the light that's being reflected from Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter and Saturn don't have lights of their own, they're gas giant planets, but they act like glitter balls in a disco, if you like. So the light from the sun bounces off the surface of the planet, and then that light then bounces down onto the Earth, and it shoots into your optic nerve, and that's how you can see the Jupiter. So they don't emit their own light, they reflect the light of the sun. But when the sun is above the horizon, you can't see them because the sun is so brilliant. So it's only when the sun goes below the horizon that then we're able to kind of get a glimmer of these two planets. Now you can notice that they're fairly close to the sun in terms of the arc of the celestial wheel. So you'll start to see Jupiter and Saturn begin to emerge between 4 and 5 p.m. And by 6:30 p.m. they too will have gone down below the horizon. But where to find them? That's the thing. So what you can do is use the moon as a guide. So here's the same time. It's 7 minutes past 4 GMT, and the sun will have, from the UK's perspective, would have just set. The moon will be visible up almost at the top of the sky. And if you, with your mind's eye, kind of as the sun's setting earlier on in the day, if you make a note of where the sun sets, and by that I don't just mean the sun always sets in the east, you might notice it through the year. If you've got something like a garden fence, you'll notice that the sun kind of moves along the garden fence. It rises and sets at different points in the year. So this evening, make a note of whereabouts on the horizon you see the sun setting. And then draw like an imaginary line from that point to the moon. And that will tell you, or give you a guide for the direction of the celestial sphere where you live. All right, what we call the ecliptic. And so between 4 and 5 p.m., keep your eye on that portion of the sky in that kind of radiance between where the sun was when it set and where the moon is now. All right, and kind of look vaguely in that area, and you'll be looking in the correct direction. Right. As the light fades, because as the Earth turns, the light from the setting sun diminishes. As the light fades, the luminescence of Jupiter and Saturn will become more visible. So the first thing you'll notice is that you can see Jupiter first, and Jupiter will appear the brightest of the two. And you'll find that if Jupiter is here, Saturn will be just above it, almost as if it's slightly to the left and up, by not much at all. It wouldn't even be like an inch away as you're looking at it, right? They'll seem so close together, and yet there will be a very slight kind of angle relationship. Saturn will appear dimmer than Jupiter. So look for the bright spot of Jupiter first of all, and let you look just above it, slightly to the left, and you'll see there's a bit of a dimmer light as well. And that is the planet Saturn. As they get closer to the horizon, they'll appear to become brighter because the sky will darken, and so their luminescence will stand out more. If you're going to take photographs, you can get like the pinpoint of light as the sky darkens, or you can get them in blueness of the sky prior to that, when they first begin to emerge. I'd recommend taking as many photographs as possible, just in case you get a good one. You can do that with digital photography, it doesn't matter, just so long as you've got enough memory card to be able to do them. Obviously, this is all weather dependent, and quite often in the UK, whenever there's anything wonderful and astronomical, we get cloud, but that's part of the bane of being an astrologer and an astronomer in the UK. But, we shall see what we can see. It's overcast here at the moment. The cloud may break up. It may not. It may sit heavy. But whether you can see it or not, it's still taking place. And that's the astronomy of being able to view the conjunction this evening. It will still be visible as a conjunction for a little while. So if you can't see it tonight, you will be able to see it tomorrow or the next day, so long as the weather is fortuitous. Okay, I hope this is helpful. Take care. Thank you. Bye.